Hello everybody and welcome to my Stamina Templar build and rotation video. First things first, I'm going to go over the armor and weapons I'm using. This is a non-Maelstrom weapon build, however I am using a Maelstrom spell. If you do not have a Maelstrom spell, you can simply replace it with a Night Mother's Gaze crafted sharpened bow, enchanted with a disease weapon enchant. Your main hand weapon, you want to be a sharpened Night Mother's dagger with the weapon damage enchantment. Your offhand, you want to be another Night Mother's dagger, but however this one you want to be precise with a poison damage enchant. The reason you want it to be precise is because with this build we will be doing a lot of penetration. Same reason why we're using Selenine's instead of Crag's. We will be doing a lot of penetration, so the Crag's penetration is not necessary. I find Selene's to be better than Veladreth, which is why I'm using Selene's over Veladreth's. As for the second set we're using is Sunderflame, 5-piece Sunderflame. Probably wondering why, however on a Stamina Templar it's actually really good because since it forces you to heavy attack, it does two different things. One, it makes your rotation flow extremely smooth because it times up your dots with one another. And another is one of Stamina Templar's biggest problems is that their sustain is really bad. And since it forces you to heavy attack, you're obviously getting your stamina back from the heavy attack. So as for the abilities that we're using, on the front bar, you want to have Blood Craze or Rending Slashes, either or, it honestly doesn't really matter. Power of the Light, Biting Jabs, Steel Tornado, and then Repentance if you want more sustain, or Rearming Trap if you want 3% additional weapon damage. As for ult, you want Flawless Dawnbreaker. On your back bar, you want Poison Injection, Endless Hail, and Beast Trap. You have multiple things you can do on your back bar. You can slot Restoring Focus plus the Aedric Spear ult. The reason why we do this is because you need an Aedric Spear ability on your back bar to deal 10% increased critical strike damage. And the Aedric Spear ult counts, and Restoring Focus is an insanely good ability for survivability. It lasts 26 seconds and basically gives you 21% damage reduction. Very good. The other setup is slightly more damage and roughly the same amount of survivability. However, this one you have to activate it right as you take the damage. With this setup, we slot Dawnbreaker, which is how the setup is more DPS, because you get 8% more weapon damage on your back bar, and you get to slot Blazing Shield, which is a soft noob filter. Basically a 6k noob filter, as long as you press it and then you hold block, should prevent one-shots from vet trial bosses. As for the rotation, I will do it slowly at first on the 6th build dummy, just to show off the rotation. Since you're using Sunderflame, you need to remember to heavy attack. So always start off your rotation with a heavy attack. Heavy attack, Blood Craze, Power of the Light, jabs. You want to aim for 4 jabs, but sometimes you'll only be able to get 3 jabs in. Like that was the 3 jabs only rotation, because I did it too slow. So again, this is your front bar rotation. Heavy attack, Blood Craze, Power of the Light, jabs 3 to 4 times, and then reapply Power of the Light, and then bar swap. You want to make sure you light attack between every ability. So after you bar swap, so I'm going to pretend like I just finished my front bar rotation. So Power of the Light, bar swap, Beast Trap, Hail, Poison Injection, bar swap, repeat. So heavy attack, Power of the Light, and the rotation resets. If you noticed, I want to do the rotation fast. I want you to just eye my Power of the Light buff. You'll see that the heavy attack into the Blood Craze lines up my Power of the Light perfectly, so it's only down like a millisecond. Power of the Light's literally down for like a millisecond because the heavy attack delaying my blood craze by a small amount of time. That's why Thunder Flame is insanely good on a Templar, because it gives you sustain, it makes your rotation flow well, and it also gives you group utility so people can't complain that you're a Templar and you're not doing anything. So again, go over the sets: 5-piece Thunder Flame, 5 Night Mothers, Selene. If you don't have a Maelstrom bow, just make a Night Mother's bow. You want your bow to be sharpened, dagger to be sharpened, other dagger precise. After the whole rotation, I will try to do it without messing up. However, I more than likely will mess up at least once in this rotation. Like I was saying before, you want to aim for 4 jabs every rotation. However, if you only get 3 jabs in your rotation, it's not the end of the world, but that means that you have something you can improve on, because that means you're doing something slow. So I won't be able to talk much while I'm doing this, as I want to concentrate so I don't really mess up too much. So here we go with the DPS check. If you look at my sustain, it's really high. I've done about 1.5 million damage, and I'm still at 80% stamina. I'm also not in execute phase. I'm just now starting to enter it. I'm still at 30k DPS, roughly. I'm even messing up heavy attacks here and there, and I'm still maintaining roughly 30k DPS. I actually messed up a lot of light attacks this rotation, I don't know why. So with lots of mess ups, lots and lots and lots of mess ups actually, usually with this rotation, without somebody applying Fracture, I should be getting 31 to 32k DPS. However, I messed up indescribably a lot, and I still managed to get 30k DPS. If you go back and watch that DPS parse, I probably missed like 15 light attacks, and at one point I went to use Hail of Airs. I sat there for like a second without doing anything. That's because I pressed it, didn't go off. I'm having lag issues, but I'm not gonna like say anything because whatever. But I still did 30k, lots of mess ups, lots of room for improvement in that rotation. And this is without somebody applying Fracture. With somebody here applying Fracture, I would have gotten 33k DPS, slightly over 33k DPS. So with this builder rotation and somebody applying Fracture, if you're max CP, you want to be aiming for at least 31 to 32k DPS. Without somebody applying Fracture, you want to aim for about 29k DPS. And if you're, say, CP 400, I'd set the goals about 1.5k lower, so 27.5k solo, and maybe 30k with taunt. That sounds pretty good at 400 CP. 30k with taunt, 27.5 without, with this build and rotation. If you're, like I said, one good way to measure if you're doing something right or wrong is by the first Power of the Light. 1 jab, 2 jab, 3 jab, 4 jab. See, if I only do 3 jabs and then do Power of the Light, I will not get the damage off of my Power of the Light because of how Power of the Light works. If you recast Power of the Light before it goes off, you will completely miss out on 22k damage. So if you cast it too early, you'll lose DPS, a lot of DPS. So like I said, you want to try to aim for 4 jab rotations, meaning 1, 2, 3. If I cast it right now, I would lose the initial damage. If I cast it as soon as I possibly could, I would have lost the damage. So I had to do a 4th jab and then applied it after the 4th jab. I can't really think of anything else that I may have forgotten to explain. So if you're confused about something, feel free to leave a comment, or honestly, even send me a mail in game. My @ is @Leonova. So thank you for watching, and I hope I helped. Again, if feel free to leave a comment or add me a game to talk to me.